Welcome, Raptoreum community. This is Binarai, here for another Raptoreum weekly update. On the 29th of October, 2025. Let's get this rolling. Share the stream. And make sure you're at our Discord. That is discord.gg/Raptoreum. How you doing, Homer? Foodwiser, Jay, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Sherm, what's up, bro? Make sure you're in our stream party chat if you want your comment to appear on the stream. If you got any questions for us, please send them either into the stream party chat or the YouTube chat as well. If you want to make a comment on the YouTube chat, make sure you're a subscriber. You need to be a subscriber for at least 1 minute to make a comment. Hello, you fine Raptoreum community. Can you hear me okay? That's my first question. I know you can, Hunter.
Yes.
My name is Paul Mills from Raptoreum Core. Some people call me Binarai for various reasons. And who are you pointing to?
You.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite on your screen.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. I'm getting confused. I have YouTube down here.
And to my right, we have Hunter Schultz, who is the strategic director and general badass for the Raptoreum project, and he's definitely earned that title. I think the general badass is more is a heavier title than the strategic director, Hunter. I think you should just go with that officially.
It doesn't go over that well at conferences, though. Hi, I'm Hunter. I'm the general badass. Oh, sorry, I'm out of here.
I don't know, because like people are like, oh, hold on, he's turned up in a suit and he's telling everyone he's the general badass. So people will remember that.
I'll get into fights that way. Come on. Oh, really? I'm from EVM. Yeah, okay. Whatever. But I have been banning people, though.
You have?
I have. I banned 2 today on Telegram.
Oh, who have you banned?
Had 2 of them.
Actually, don't tell me who you've banned. Tell me what their usernames rhyme with.
I can't remember that. They were just.
Do I know them, or they're just random?
Well, you know what the thing is. I posted this on Telegram, by the way. They use the same picture of a guy that looks kind of, I don't know. I mean, I could probably send you the picture and you could put it up on the screen. But they look the same thing, and they have the same bio line. And invariably, they're the ones that post either, we have a exchange listing for you, or they're doing an airdrop for some S coin that anyway. So I can smell them out.
So what does the bio say in order to prick up your ban ears?
Okay, let me get it up. If you want, I will even send it to you. You can put them on the stream so you can see what this guy looked like today.
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I just want to
He's
know this.
he's got his hair parted down the middle. He's got a beard.
It's got like curtains.
He's got a beard. Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, crypto marketing investment. That was and they all have the same thing. Crypto slash marketing slash investment. Whenever I see that, I'm like, okay. And then they use the same, I don't know, here. I can put there, that guy. This is the guy today.
Oh, right.
Comes
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use the same pictures. Whenever you see this picture, just ping us and, we'll get rid of them.
Well, the way I see it, right, is if they were any good at what they were doing, they wouldn't need to go to chats and try and fish for money. You know what I mean? Like the money would come to them if they're actually any good. And
yeah,
so they're obviously no good.
And if there are all these coins that have no business use case, and it's all fluff. There's nothing underneath the covers. It's just
Anyway.
Let's just smile and move on.
How is the Raptoreum community? Let us know what you've been up to. Send a comment in the YouTube channel, what you're excited about, any suggestions or comments for us, and we will answer absolutely everything. Fudweiser, how you doing, man? How's things? How's Coin Market League? Homer, good to see you, man. Thanks for the nice comment on YouTube. X-Ray, how you doing, brother? Looks like Fudweiser's back in full force with his memes. Yeah, good to see Sherm as well. How you doing, man? Okay. What?
Bud says, how about strategic badass?
Well, that is a professional sort of badass, isn't it?
It is more.
Yeah.
It is more professional. So it'll be a new term in a year. Why? We don't know yet.
Okay, if you are watching the stream, we only have 33.4% of people who are watching who actually click like on the stream, according to our last video. So please, if you are watching the stream and you do enjoy the absolute drivel that myself and Hunter do speak sometimes, then please hit that like button. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm and helps us get more eyes on the videos. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, please click that subscribe button and click the little bell to be kept up to date with more Raptoreum videos and whatever else we might put out there on this channel. If you are watching live, I think you can actually click like when the stream ends as well, where it moves over to the recorded section on our channel as well. So please do that. And again, I will say, please make any comments or questions that you wish to ask us during this stream, and we will go through every one of them at the end of the stream. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's not too ridiculous.
Or you're a barking moron like last week.
If you do become a subscriber, you need to be a subscriber for 1 minute before you can actually make a comment. It's like some YouTube bot prevention thing or something like that. I don't really know, but anyway, yes, please do that. We are on Discord as well. The Discord comments come straight through onto the stream, so if you want to get your comment directly onto our stream as it's recorded, then head over to our link at the top right of the stream. That is discord.gg/Raptoreum, and then head over to the stream party chat where you can actually directly make comments that appear on the stream, and that's why it's called Stream Party Chat. After the stream ends, we usually do a bit of rain. I have been doing it in Telegram for the last 4 months using Raptoreum, but today I'm going to have a change. I'm going to go over to Discord and we're going to have some rain in the Stream Party Chat. So all of you Discord people who prefer Discord and not Telegram, then you're going to get some rain. And I do apologize to our various language groups such as Spanish and Russian and whatever else on Telegram. You're not going to get any rain today. You need to be at the English Discord. So please make sure you're at our English Discord and I'll be making some rain in the stream party chat. Again, the link is at the top right of the stream. If you're not already in our Telegram and you want to be, head over to @Raptoreum with 2 M's. That's Raptoreum. Well, that was 3 M's, wasn't it? Raptoreum. Okay. On the last stream, I gave you a couple of quick snippets about something that I was working on that was going to complement the Raptoreum project in a huge way. I'm certainly excited about what it is, although I haven't actually sort of explained what it is yet, and I don't think I'm gonna not on this particular stream.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. But since the last stream, I've been working on it every single day, adding new functionality and features and things like that. But what I will say is it does work peer-to-peer in a full decentralized environment, and it utilizes Raptoreum and its various functions. And I am and I'm currently working on integrating into various wallet systems, including the Raptoreum core wallet as well, which no one has actually done yet, with a direct integration with an outside sort of application. So I just want to get that right before I start rolling out some testing to maybe the initial close associates, I would say, and then maybe a private team after that.
For gang of suspects.
Also, there's a few people that know what I'm building and know why I'm building it, and one of those persons is Mancini, who's working with me on the Talon wallet, which is browser-based UTXO DeFi, utilizing Raptoreum and other UTXO chains, where you can basically get in and out of that and swaps and things like that with other chains. And Mancini was impressed with what I'm building, so he's on my team for this particular project, which is a great thing, really, because, you know, although I've got quite far in what I've been building, Mancini's very good at development and structure and various things like that. And also that brings me on to Talon wallet, which is something else that really excites me. That's coming along so well. There's been so many updates internally. We haven't pushed them out to the public yet, but there's been a lot of updates internally with other chain integrations, and namely getting the signing functions correctly working and official with the various nodes that these additional blockchains require, in a very structured way for easy integration. And that's yeah, it's just that it's really good, and it's working well, so it's very exciting to see the progress on that. And you know, hopefully we'll have a new update and release for the private group that are in that Discord. So excellent stuff regarding that. Oh yes. Okay. So for those that are in the ecosystem growth server, which is where sort of people who have skills to build, who are building, or who can help others to build, that's where they are. That will be restructured as requested by Jamardis, who's working on Raptorus and other things like that. So that's something that's going to happen in order to make the workflow between the various people who do use that Discord server a bit more streamlined, so things can get done a lot better. So I'm going to be doing that. What else? Oh yes. Jamadi's, I think I mentioned last week, Jamadi's was really interested in creating a brand new Explorer for Raptoreum.
You
Because
did
that's,
mention that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Creating a brand new Explorer for Raptoreum, because let's face it, the Explorer's terrible. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. In my opinion, it's absolutely terrible. And I've been straight up with the community and said it myself, for a very long time now.
Yes, this is true.
So,
It could use a refresh.
yeah, more than a refresh. It could do with a,
I was
it
being
could do with an
I was being
axe.
polite. I was being polite.
He,
Tactical nuke, more like
I
it, but
noticed earlier, even Charlie had lost his cool with it as well. You know what I mean? He says
yeah.
it's more down than up now. it's like it's like we need to do something about it. So hearing that from Charlie is that's a big thing for me to see. It's
Yeah.
it's finally things are actually coming to realization between the relevant people involved to actually do something about it. So
I
yes,
just
and
yeah.
and who else better to create an explorer than Jamadi's? And just imagine if Jamadi's paired up with Small Paul.
Oh God.
Imagine the explorer
That
they
would
create
be
then. That's what should happen. You know what I mean? That's what should happen.
yeah. See, that's the synergy that we have going on. That, and you know what? That is a very good idea. We ought to get these guys uh into a call and
Um,
just let that kind of
do you know?
roll
Do you
and
know
see what
the
happens, and
only
then
thing?
take it online.
Yeah, the only thing I've noticed about not all, but some developers over the last 15, 20 years that I've been doing this particular sort of work, is there's a lot of developers who like to do things on their own, and as soon as someone sort of dives into their sort of code base, they feel like their toes are being trodden on, and they get very stressed about it, with different ideas and things like that. So we can try and merge Jamadi's and Small Paul into a friendly ball. That would be nice, but not saying that's going
I
to
turn
happen.
into a kerfluffle, but
Well, I don't know. I mean,
not quite.
I haven't seen what they're like working as a team. I know Jamadi's is, from what I've seen, he's always done stuff on his own, and he's done very well with it. But I haven't seen how. I mean, obviously, Small Paul's good working with us, but we're not treading on his toes in terms of development.
We're not,
We're
yeah,
we're
we're
just
not
giving him a few words here and there, and then he's doing it for real. So
yep,
yeah, I don't know.
very well.
But we'll give it a go. Me and Hunter will push them together and wrap some
Yeah.
sellotape around them and see what happens.
Velcro, throw them up on the wall and
So we'll have
see what
we'll
sticks.
do duct tape. That's the best stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We have we have some words from David.
We do.
Yes. Oh, Todd's in the chat. How you doing, Todd? Good to see you in the chat, man.
Yeah, he is. Mhm.
Yeah, good to see you, brother. David's saying we've got two larger partnerships for EdTech, which are underway. One has passed ministerial approval, awaiting funding. And then David also says working on a partnership that could bring in considerable development work on RTM in general. I wish he would go in a bit more detail with these sorts of things. I know he's working on stuff because I see him on calls all the time, but it's very vague, isn't he, David? It's very vague. David also says discussions are open with several potential new exchanges, though nothing finalised yet. And yes, I do know about that. But yes,
I've heard a little.
okay. I suppose that's it, really. I think it's time to put the strategic badass on the big screen.
God, where are we going with this? Okay, what's going on? Well, clearly my life is in the music world at the moment, and with good reason. I would say the last 2, 3 weeks has been a lot of networking, developing network things, talking to people within the industry, planting seeds. In the last 2 days, I discovered two really cool incubators that a couple of organizations, large music organizations, have developed. One as recently as this year, and I've reached out to them to see where we can go. There's a natural fit here. And so it's just a question of where, when and where we can get in. The synergy is all there. And one of the things that I discovered as I'm talking to these people is that the music industry is kind of territorial. And we do have to explain, because it is blockchain, and they have kind of a poor taste in their mouths regarding NFTs and the old way of doing things. So we're getting away from talking about blockchain as much as assets and what we do. It's not the technology, it's what we can accomplish, which is IP protection, copyright, and also getting metadata correct right from the beginning, governance, if you will. So that's been very good. There'll be more to come on that, I'm sure. I've reached out to several different people within these organizations to see what kind of inroads we can make. Let's see. Raptor Lock. Had a call last night with Paul, and Small Paul, the developer, and we went over some things. The intake form has a couple of new features, one of which is the very bottom of the intake form is a download button for what's called a RIN file. And we need one more type of file, which I'll explain. And it is an ERN file. And that is something that the rights management people apparently use quite a bit. And it was suggested in my call with the god of metadata, DDEX. He suggested getting the RIN and the ERN file machine readable as separate XML files on the asset. So there's the JSON, and then there'll be they map the JSON into these two. It'll be three files: a RIN, and then there are two ERN files. And the reason there's two ERN files is because there is the new standard that DDEX came out with, and then it's going to take a while for that to get adopted by the industry. They're still mostly on the previous version, so we're going to address both. And so we talked about that last night. And so that's going to help us quite a bit, be very industry friendly to multiple groups. We also talked about getting something that our call with the Music Licensing Collective fellow Dave Bogan about Creative Commons and how we can do a better job of assisting in that metadata, because that is increasing usage in metadata. So we're going to become compliant with that. And I've got to send the email over to Small Paul for that. So we're working on that. We're also working on a different way of doing what's considered pretty complex in this field, and that's royalty splits, authorships, territories. And the thing that we found recently is that in some jurisdictions, you need a signed, basically what's called a wet signature, an ink signed document. And with bands, especially, it's very tough sometimes to have this conversation, like who's getting writing credit and what percentage are you getting? And bands don't necessarily like to do this. So it's an uncomfortable conversation that they're having. And so the long story short is what I came up with is a PDF file that can fill in the blanks and print that off, and they can all sign it. And then there are counterparty agreements for, let's say, five, six writers total, five are in the same room. There's a sixth writer who's in another state. They sign a counterparty agreement, send it off to the whoever's coordinating metadata. That signed document becomes a PDF file, and that is uploaded to the master asset as an encrypted asset, or as an encrypted file within the master asset. So it remains private. And that solves a jurisdictional problem. It makes things even more proof of authorship, so to speak. It's all part of regular business practice, and that makes it even more admissible in the court. So it's a win-win for everyone. And what we're finding in terms of positioning this within the industry, the process that we've come up with for protecting copyright and changing artists' view of it, it will motivate them to spend time on the metadata. Because right now artists tend to be, they don't really care too much about it. It's like, whatever, that's the money thing. I'm an artist. And they don't call it the music business for nothing. So here's an opportunity we have in terms of education, outreach. The industry is picking up. When I talk to people within the industry, they really like this idea of getting the artists motivated to protect their content and at the same time get their metadata right. That's been a sticking point for a long time. So we've really latched onto something here, and we're the only ones really in this space, which is another thing I've mentioned maybe on a couple of streams, that the industry itself has let's just say it doesn't have the best view of NFTs and to some extent blockchain. They kind of know blockchain is worthy, but the implementation within the industry in the past has not been very good. And it was cumbersome to use. If you had to update something, things got lost. I mentioned that, I think, on the last stream. With what we have in sub assets, that's no longer a problem, and they love that. But I'm very encouraged by what I'm hearing. And again, we're the only ones who sit inside this little slice of the industry, and we're right on the cutting edge, so to speak, of when metadata takes off. And we have now.
I think one of the main differences between what Raptor IP is doing and what a lot of the other music-oriented projects have done in the past, namely things that have tried to make things work since the whole tokenization rush from 2014, is the fact that people were building ICOs around these sort of things, and their main aims were, quick money, pump and dumps for these sorts of token environments and projects that were on the back of that. But this is totally different. I mean, this is something that has been built without, hands being held open to receive any sort of funds. It's doing it in a way where it's really cheap and accessible for all aspects and all corners of the music industry to utilize in a positive way, and in a way that it can really benefit what they're doing. And because of the way it's designed and the way it was deployed as well, the legal implications on actually using the project are totally different as well. There's no bad malice for things being dumped, or there's no people dancing on the moon for the value of a project that's going up north. This is just a project that actually does exactly what it says on the tin, and it's for everybody. So So I think that's the main difference. And as Hunter says, there's nothing out there that realistically doesn't satisfy some of the points that Hunter's mentioned, and also some of the points I've just mentioned. Then, in terms of how the project is constructed, so I think it's positioned very well, and it's definitely exciting to see how this is going to progress in the future, especially with how the strategic badass Hunter Schultz is is speaking to people at the moment. It's really impressive, and it's really exciting for me, especially to see. And you, the community, should be excited as well, and get involved with Raptor Lock IP. All right, I'll put you back on
Yeah.
the big screen. There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Um, yeah, it is. The more seeds we plant, the more people that we make contact with, and they spread the word that this is truly different. And we have definitely made some inroads in that regard. So, uh, yeah, and it is a longer process. This isn't something you just go in and even if we had a big budget, I wouldn't throw money at this. I mean, I wouldn't just throw money, with ads and stuff. I think you really do for in order for this to become the gold standard of music, because that's what I have in my head. Think big or go home.
Well, in order for it to be the gold standard of music, you need to speak to the gold standard of people who are involved in it, and that's exactly
Right.
what Hunter's doing.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get the right players and get internal champions within these organizations. And the good news is that when you do get to talk with them, for instance, I had a call this past Friday with a young woman who's been in the industry for probably 10, 15 years. She's a singer. She developed her website on her own for over 3 months using AI, and it's a brilliant looking site. And I think we'll mention it probably. It's not live yet. She gave me a demo of it. It's rights management. And she's just got a lot of energy. She'd be a good Raptor chain reaction guest. In fact, that's one thing I thought about bringing her on and talking about the metadata issue, which she's very familiar with. Um, she works with catalogs and understood what what we had, and they're looking long term at using blockchain to do NFTs for their clients. And I said, well, before you do that, you need to be talking to us. And she understood why, et cetera, et cetera. So that's so encouraging to hear. And it's only a question of time before we get the right link with a bigger organization and that's all we need is just one. And there are plenty of irons in the fire. We just have to keep, probing and pushing and seeing where right now the path of least resistance is to get us into, let's say, I think one of these two incubator programs should work. And if it does, that is newsworthy. And they pump out news. And when you hear who they are, then you'll understand why. It's like, And that's in the last 2 days. So, and we're getting referrals too. So, there's something else that I wanted to bring up related to this. There's a lot of buzz within music right now about AI, and it's like the watchword.
Yeah. I mean,
And
Suno are actually giving the rights to you for anything that you make with the AI now. If you pay for a premium service, I've noticed that. And then there's a tag along for Suno where the music video is made alongside the actual the AI created music. It's
yeah, it's crazy. But I think blockchain will make a resurgence in terms of awareness and what it can do to help police AI, what it can do to facilitate something that I'm seeing, and you can comment in the comments section whether you're seeing it too. On YouTube, I am now seeing not disclaimers, but notices in the beginning of videos saying this is it's a human voice, not an AI voice. This is,
Yeah, I've
he's
seen that
gonna
quite a bit, especially like
have you.
they, it is it a legal requirement that they have to say it's AI if it's AI?
I don't know. There's a lot of things in the works right now to figure this stuff out, and the technology is moving so fast that you don't know what's what. And so I think the word that I would that I'm gonna do a little relational explanation. There's a friend of mine here in Panama City who works in Casco Viejo, which is um, the old city. It's about 400 or 500 years old, and he basically started redeveloping it probably 20 years ago, and it has turned into. I mean, you walk around in most parts of Casco now, and it's like New Orleans is now. But there's what he coined the term. It's authentic. There's an authenticity about it. If you go to Cartagena in Colombia, that's like Disneyland. It's all perfect. It's very curated, if you will.
Hmm.
It's not authentic. But you go to Casco and you see, clotheslines with clothes hanging, drying on it, and people live there. So it's very that authenticity factor, I think, is going to come back, which is why we're looking at the authenticity metadata field for Raptor Lock,
Yeah.
because I believe that's going to be a big deal. And that's where I think blockchain is going to make a resurgence. I think the real power, the technology power in music long term is actually based in blockchain and not in AI.
Hmm.
I'm not diminishing AI, but I do think blockchain is going to make a big resurgence. And it would not surprise me that we're a big part of that. That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
Not financial advice, do your own research, but it would not surprise me in the least. So
I wonder how many top artists have used Suno or similar platforms to that to create some of the music that they actually have. I mean, you don't see top artists walking around bragging that they've made like a top 10 song using Suno, do you? You don't see that. Like no, none of them will actually admit it, or even if they did, or even if they do. But as Hunter says, I think the human element is what makes good music. And what I
yeah,
mean by that is when there's imperfections in music, it's those imperfections that make it special. It's like the imperfections in Ozzy Osbourne's voice that made it special. The imperfections in Hunter's cleavage that makes that special. Things like that. It's really, it really, that's what matters, you see. And AI can be a little too perfect sometimes, and especially with the way the waves of the voice and the instruments and things like that. I mean, you can definitely these days tell when a song has been created by AI or when a song is genuine. Hunter's there ready for a meme. When a song is genuinely created by a human being, you can tell the difference. Still, I'm not saying that that's going to be in the next 5 years. That's going to be possible to tell the difference because you might not. The AI might start adding sort of imperfections to give the human element. I don't know, but it is very important, and I think, as Hunter's mentioned, moving forward, it's going to be very important to have that originality and that sort of human element in all of it, and the proof with that as well.
yeah.
So yeah,
Authenticity. That was the the metadata field, I think, is the authenticity field or the authenticity rating. And it's simply this: you 5% auto tune on a voice is considered authentic, and then from 5 to 15% is human,
I
and
don't
that's the only grading.
I don't believe in auto tune. I think that's the biggest waste of rubbish ever created.
It is certainly made its impact, but
It's
The
like
other thing is studio time has gone up in terms of cost, and
that
that's where that little 5% sliver handles that. So,
there is really good singers in the world, and there's not many
mm,
of them. Really good singers, yeah. And for the rest of the 15 or 20% of singers, there's auto tune, and then that makes too much competition between the people that actually deserve to actually receive recognition for their talent, and then for the people that have just sang out a tune and then sort of had a good production behind it. So you know what I mean? There's
yeah,
a fine line between talent, uh, AI, uh, robotics in software, and then production as well. But I think a lot of production these days can be, you know, generated with automation. So
pop music is infested with it,
infested.
and infested
You
with it.
use the infested word.
It's,
That means like it's like vermin. That's what you're basically saying, Hunter. you, you got shingles again.
no, I don't. It bothers me. I mean, I understand the reason, if you hear two artists who use it a lot, as I understand it, are J Lo and Madonna, and they're fairly good singers. But the one thing they are is very good entertainers.
Yeah.
I mean, they when they go on stage, that's entertainment. It's not just like Sinatra singing or a great vocalist out there doing their thing. Um, but it's a show,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
dancing, and it that is tough to carry off. So what you're buying there, I think people accept it in that environment
Hmm.
exactly because it's entertainment. It's not just the voice. And they're good enough that they don't need that much in comparison to some that need, a massive supercomputer to tune their voice. But, um, anyway, I think authenticity is going to be a big deal. I can see it coming, and there are already record labels that only do, they only allow a little bit of tuning, and then that's just the vocal side, and then there's I mentioned it last week, the music side. It's quantization, I guess it's called,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wings of Pegasus, Phil, Wings of Pegasus does excellent breakdowns on that, and he's very good at it. Uh,
But the
that's where I learned
quantization
a
is
lot.
basically the shifting of the notes, be it on voice or instrumental, bang on to the actual 4/4 bar or whatever, however sort of
Mhm.
it is written in.
Yeah,
But the fact that it's slightly out of time in places, that's a human element, and I don't think it
that's the
should be
human.
removed.
Yeah,
It,
yeah. I don't. I agree. I agree. I think we've got the listening public. I think maybe it's the younger audiences. Sorry. I mean, I was fortunate to grow up listening in the 60s and the 70s to some incredible artists. There was no computer enhancement up until the 90s. So you had talent. If you were on the air, if you were getting media attention, you had talent. You had to have it.
yeah,
And now you don't have that. You have far more outlets. I mean, I had 3 TV stations growing up, and then in the 70s that grew. But the point is that we have far more avenues to distribute entertainment and especially music. So they're probably trying desperately to fill that, and they are. And the problem is they're getting a lot of younger people have been listening to this computer enhanced music, and I don't know if they even realize it. Their ears just tuned to that. But but you listen to Charlie Watts or Keith Moon,
be careful there, Hunter. Be
the
careful what you're saying there, what you're telling people they should be listening to.
what, the Rolling Stones and the Who.
Yeah, but you might as well go and get your slippers on and start smoking a pipe. You know what I mean?
The Who are still touring.
Yeah, they
Roger
might be,
Daltrey,
but
Led Zeppelin is too. Okay, fine.
there is
You know,
electronic
if
music that's very good, I've got a friend who is a producer slash DJ, and he's quite famous at the moment. I'm not going to mention his name, but I was having a conversation with him a few months ago about what makes good dance music, because that's what he does. And he said to me, it's easy to create a dance track. He said, but unless something is half a note out of tune in the track, it'll never be popular. So when he produces music, he always makes sure that there's something in the track that's not quite in tune, because that's what sticks in a human's mind is imperfections. And as they say, people always remember the bad stuff, even though there's good within the bad. So people will always remember the imperfections, and that's why the human element in anything is very important, because humans are imperfect or not perfect.
This is true. And on that bombshell,
Okay, let's have a look on Coin Market League. See how we're doing on there. Okay, we are second under Libertarian Dog. First the worst, second the best, as they say. We have 340 votes. Please,
I'm going to do mine right now.
by the power of Grey Skull, put some votes on Raptoreum on Coin Market League. That's coinmarketleague.com. Big thanks to Falcon as well for really helping push the message out to all of our community members to get voting. So I'm going to place a vote on there right now. So I'm placing a vote, clicking the capture, and there we go. My vote is placed.
By the way, I don't know, do you have any idea about that gigantic green candle that came on, what, yesterday or 2 days ago? Someone bought
Well,
like
I'm 50-50. It's either something to do with you and who you're talking to, or it's something to do with the conversation that was in general chat that I was scraping over yesterday to see what was going on, because people were saying, you know, if all of us put you know, $50 on there or something like that, and then there was a few people involved in that conversation, and then not long afterwards, you know, there was a 20 grand buy or whatever it was. I don't know. But yeah, so all that means is there's less up top to buy up. So yeah. Think what you want about that. There's not financial advice or anything in that. Do not buy RTM. Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
How do we talk about, without it being financial advice, this is kind of the people who want to participate in the new music economy, and we're looking at Raptor Lock, and this is inclusive of all of IP protection. At some point, someone's going to look and say, you know, these assets, they create income, if we call it income, for nodes, and these nodes look pretty good. I mean, it doesn't take, I mean, you look at it now, you divide 6 billion divided by 1.8 million, you come up with what, 3,300 nodes? You know, start doing the math. I mean, if I'm in the music industry and I see where this is going, those nodes are really attractive. And it just means that hopefully someone can come up with an even easier way of doing nodes. So, hint, developers. But I guess you talk about how this buy wiped out the on CoinEx. It just cleared the sale,
The order book,
sales section, the order book. Yeah. Well, imagine if you've got, you know, an article in Variety about what I'm just talking about. Hey, you know, you want to participate? There's a way of participating in this, in the IP protection economy kind of thing. Oh, LA alone could zap 6 billion coins. Not that they're all going to be taken, but will reduce the supply dramatically, the circulating supply. that's the kind of way, that's the way I think. And again, not investment advice, do your own research, but you really do have to find ways of motivating people to look at Raptorium difference specifically because of what we have. And if you want to participate, and I'm not even talking about, when we have shared node providers again, because we will, they'll come back because of the price. Um, there are going to be a lot of people who say, well, I can't afford a full node, but I sure can buy some and put it in a shared node and get a return. So I think we ought to be thinking even more positive about the possibilities that we have and work towards them. And that's exactly what we're doing. We just happen to have a really good inroad right now. And we're only talking music business. I've been poking around film and video, audio visual, and holy cow, and we haven't even gotten into basic copyright of books and articles and the written word. So I think, flip the script a little bit. That just so you know how we're thinking as an update. It's not just this. There's a much bigger picture that I'm certainly well aware of, and so is Binarai. So take heart in the fact that we're not ignoring the very big picture, and just a little bit of encouragement that's needed every now and then to remind you why we're here, not getting paid.
We're here for the love.
We're here for the love. It's all about the love.
It was really strange today. My daughter called me Binarai, and I looked at her when she said it. Like, what are you calling me that for? It was really strange to hear it from a daughter.
I bet. What does she normally call you?
I thought I was a dad, But yes, now I'm a Binarai.
You're no longer dad. Oh boy.
Okay, you can
She's
also.
not dating him.
No, she's not. Although it's really strange because when I was her age, I was dating.
How old is she?
And she's 12.
You were dating at 12?
Yes! It was like everyone was.
No, not everyone.
Well, in my school, it was happening in my school. I can tell you that.
You had it happen in school, huh? A bunch of trashy young people going around.
Yeah, definitely.
Under the influence or clean?
Influence of what?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. At 12,
Don't start bringing anything like that into this VC, Hunter. There's simply no need for that. I can tell that you've been under the influence in the past by bringing that up.
We definitely won't talk about this any further. Anyway,
I thought you had a clean slate, Hunter. I really did.
All right. Talk about that on the adults only channel.
Okay. Anyway, you can also vote for us on minerstat.com/coins. In the top rated coins section, you will currently see Raptoreum is number 1 over Zcash, XMR, BTC, ETC, and etc. over all of those coins. So big thank you to all of those that are putting votes in on minerstat.com/coins. And again, big thanks to Fudweiser and Falcon, who are really pushing our communities to put the votes in on these platforms, because it's really good to be at the top of something and to be seen by a lot of people. So thank you all for doing that. Also, please, if you haven't already, give this stream a like with the little thumbs up thing. You can click it. Click the subscribe button as well, and the little bell to be kept up to date with any more Raptoreum videos. We're also on X, Instagram, Threads, Reddit, at Raptoreum. Just check all that out. And if you do go to the top of our X channel, there is a what do you call it, where all the links are? Link tree, that's it. There's a link tree there with everything. Yeah. Okay, all right. Actually, you did mention to me the other day about updating that, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah. But if we update that, then that link tree is bye-byes.
Bye-bye? Really?
Yeah, because that's in the bio for the X channel.
Okay.
So if you want to, I know I said we had limited characters, but if you want to work in the link tree as well, then that would be great.
Okay. I'll have a look.
Okay, let's have a look to see if there's any comments for us. If you've got any comments for us, please send them over to the YouTube channel and also the stream party chat at our Discord. The link's at the top right of the stream. I'm just going to check those out right now. Any comments, any questions, guys?
Yeah, they miss some. Oh, Budweiser misses this guy.
Oh, Crypto Smith. Yeah. Country Boy Archaeology is saying, I turned my miners to RTM about a week ago. Excellent, man. And he's got 25k at the moment. Gold dust, brother. Not financial advice.
Do your own research, yes. Well, you're here doing your own research. That's good.
Exactly. But yes, well done, Country Boy. And if you need any help with any of that, our community are very positive and will help you with any information that they have. Have we got anything else to talk about, Hunter? I think we're done.
I have another meme now, so strategic badass meme. Courtesy of Bud, yeah.
I think we'll end it there. A big thank you to you all who have tuned in to this YouTube stream for this Raptoreum weekly update. It has been absolutely fantastic to go live with Hunter and to give you some more information on the Raptoreum project. Please join us same time next week, and we'll do another one. And I'll give Hunter some final words, and then we'll go.
Well, thankfully, I don't do salty words. Although I kind of did last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
that troll that came in. Hey, still working away, and still loving what this is. I wish all of you could see what was going on, but some of these conversations are privileged. So,
do you know, Hunter?
But I hope.
I was thinking, we do these streams on here every single week, right? Why don't we alternate? Why don't we do one on here, and then we'll do a spaces, and then a stream of spaces. So we're on X YouTube. Because I mean, spaces gets a lot of people, and maybe the conversations will be a lot deeper and more interactive on spaces, and we can bring people on a lot easier. Because I think one of the sticking points for people on YouTube is actually showing their face. You know what I mean? So it's maybe we should do a spaces alternate.
Yeah, could be fun.
All right, we'll see about that. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Did you have any final words, Hunter, or did I rudely interrupt you?
You did rudely interrupt me.
I am sorry.
But it's okay. It's okay. We're good. No, I'm just very happy with what I'm seeing, and we've hit this at just the right way. I'm really thankful for all the people involved too, and we're getting good help from the industry. That's another good sign. So I think they really want to see this because they see the solution happening and preventing problems. That's the big deal that we bring to the table. So, yeah.
What I will say as final words is, if you are building something on Raptoreum, or you're thinking about building something on Raptoreum, and you want a little bit of help with it, and just let me and Hunter know, and we'll either add you to the correct people that you need to speak to, connect you up, or we'll help you directly with absolutely anything, and that goes for anybody. So we're not solely focused on one thing. We will help anyone. So please reach out, because we're excited and you should be too. I have been Binarai from Raptoreum Core, and to my right is
Hunter Schultz, Strategic Director. And you were formerly known as Dad, now Binarai. I think that's great.
cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And
Thanks.
thanks for your support. Catch you later. Bye bye.
Bye.